Let's do it. Look alive, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans around the world. This is episode 32, the Millie Goats, May 14th, 2023. Let us be the first not only to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day, of course, but also National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. So for the mothers, I'm going to go ahead and throw one at you, J-Vi. It's just you and me right now. Tex should be here any minute. We're on family vacation. So if you think that we're not committed to the process, we're not trusting the process, think again, because
And I feel like both of us are whispering. Yeah, we're both not in our normal locations. I'm on a work trip. You're on family vacation. I feel like we're both whispering right now.
I'm trying now. I got this glass that changes color when you put a drink in it.
I'm drinking local.
What is that? Labatt's?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, look at me. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Ooh.
Local, dude. Local beer here.
So, and also a special happy birthday to my wife, and it's Mother's Day. So there we go.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So have you ever done this before? You ever gotten your wife or a mom a pinata for Mother's Day?
I have not.
I did that today.
I was not with my wife today on Mother's Day, so I'm kind of in the doghouse.
Well, you're working though.
Yeah. So
So
you got your wife a pinata.
yep, got our pinata. We had
Did she take hacks at it?
no, we let the kids do it.
Oh, nice.
So she was opening gifts for birthday, Mother's Day, and then I was like, well, I want to get the kids involved. So I was like, what better way than a pinata?
Yes.
So new tradition, Mother's Day pinata.
I actually love that.
Yes. You should try it next year. That way, if you're not there, boom, it's still there. You could mail it.
Hey, she takes her frustration out on the pinata.
Yes. It's two birds, one stone, dude. So folks, for those of you tuning in, we're trying to win the Millie. You see it in our name, the Millie Goats. That means trying to win the Millie in DraftKings. So that's basically what the whole show is. And clearly we have not won the Millie yet. Wouldn't you agree, Jim?
Yeah, we've gotten close a couple times.
Hey, we've been up there. We've had the adrenaline pumping.
So far, every guest has believed in us, so we're going to keep believing in each other.
Yes, they believe in the cause. So, I want to say this. I was watching sports this weekend, big sports weekend, right? We're getting down to the last final bits of the playoffs. NHL, NBA, golf's in full swing. We got a major coming up. And I just want to say it's refreshing to not have that stress during the NHL playoffs anymore. You know what I mean?
I feel that way when football's around.
If that's not coping 101, I was sitting there watching the games.
I think the biggest thing I take away from it is I have more time.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have more time to play with the kids, you have more time to spend with your wife, whose birthday it is, and what Mother's Day.
So really credit to us.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to give credit to us because we don't realize how much we watch sports until our teams are out of it. And then we're like, well, we still watch.
I'm like struggling to find something on TV.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's like I was searching the guide and I'm like, what do I do here? Like, yeah, I tune into the games, of course, but I'm not watching them like on the edge of my seat, you know?
No, it's just background music.
Yeah. So don't get it twisted though. We're still big sports guys. Still big sports guys. So, all right. On the show today, we've got Salute Your Sports Sunday, the water cooler debate, the DFS Seggy, the How Dare Yous, other relevant sports news, Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree. We've got, like I said, the conference finals about to be set in the NBA and the NHL, and we get to crown. It's a shame Butch isn't here. We get to crown an XFL champion.
I think he's headed to the parade. I think he's going to be a part of the first annual Arlington parade.
What did he say in the group message? What a year.
Yeah, what a year.
Oh man. I think
Losing team wins the championship.
you said wait, what was the there was another thing we were gonna talk about in the group, like first thing we were gonna get them with. Oh man, I'll have to scroll back up for try to find that for later.
I
But
forget what it was.
it was something funny, like um I guess it had something to do with golf. So maybe we'll get to it whenever we're at golf. Um but anyways, folks, so Java and I riding along here. It is National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. So let's get some facts from National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Biscuits are made as okay, we got cheese
Sorry,
focus
I'm
line.
I'm behind on these. I'm not used to.
The cheese focus. As a Chiefs fans, we don't stress about the playoffs. Uh well, yeah. There's not Javi as a Bills fan. Care to comment on Chiefs Focus Live?
Yeah, you know, they win a couple games,
Yeah,
and
they win a couple
they just think that they're God's gift. They're like new Pats fans. Like Pats fans are the same way.
Super
But hey, we'll see.
That was part of my what's the worst thing you can say in sports last year was during sports last week or last episode was Pat Mahomes. Um, there's 30 seconds left. That's like the worst things. It's like the worst
13.
thing you
It
could.
was 13.
13. Sorry,
I
sorry.
appreciate you giving us some extra seconds there to blow it, but we only needed 13 to blow it.
Hey, pat yourself on the back because I don't know that that's ever been done before. Oh man, yeah, a couple of Super Bowls. Hey, you know, let's pull the card on them as a Niners fan. You know, how many do we have? You guys don't have 5 yet.
How many of y'all lost recently?
That's true. That's true. Oh, brutal. Just brutal. Even my DC Defenders, man. I try to get a cheat. I try to get a quick championship out of the Defenders as a lifelong fan, and they blow it in the championship. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, you don't know how to finish. You've always said you were an opener.
That's true. That's true.
You've never claimed to be a closer.
No. All right, Chiefs Focus Live. That was well timed, my
Thanks.
friend.
Thanks for the stroll down memory lane. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Anytime you can bring up the 13 seconds to a Bills fan, the better.
It's like wide right, Music City, Miracle, 13 seconds.
Oh, he's here. He's here. So, all right. Tex is going to get suited up here. The National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Okay. Biscuits are made using baking powder or baking soda as a leavening agent. I think I said that right. I have no idea. Rather than yeast. So you don't need time to rise before baking.
Ooh, what are y'all doing?
We got some
Oh,
let
well,
me see.
but I'll continue reading. Before the
Yeah.
Civil War, inexpensive, absorbed gravy better than bread.
Mm. Now that was interesting to me before Civil War. Inexpensive. So they were putting gravy on bread, which is just wild.
Yeah, so it's
So,
a long time,
and then
300 years.
Alex P. Ashbourne patented the first biscuit cutter in 1875. So, what's the no doubter biscuit meal for you? Like you're going to breakfast, you're trying
Like
to get it
right,
set.
like right now,
I mean,
probably I like the egg white chicken. No, now it's on a muffin. Never mind.
the McGriddle.
No, not the McGrill, the Chick-fil-A egg white chicken.
Okay. No,
That's on a
like
muffin.
so
Probably egg and cheese
I
biscuit.
love I love to go to egg and cheese, but really?
Yeah. Or the chicken biscuit at Chick-fil-A.
Dude, I like to go to one of these local places where they open a biscuit up and they lay a chicken breast on it on both of them and then smother it in eggs and gravy. Like that's That's the biscuit meal.
Oh, I was thinking of just like a sandwich.
Oh, like a fast food.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not like a big egg and waffles guy. So like, I'm not a big breakfast person in general. So that's a hard one for me.
Mm. Well, I
But
mean,
I will say that one memory, we're big grandpa people. There's one memory I have of my grandpa. He used to work
mm,
third shift. So he would take me to school in the morning. Every morning we'd roll by Hardee's, pick up a biscuit, and he'd always get me a butter biscuit from Hardee's.
mm. That was back when they used to make real biscuits too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for I guess that's Carl's Jr. for you people for the people out west.
Yeah. Because we didn't have a Bojangles where I grew up.
Mm. So we got biscuits and gravy from Chiefs Focus Live. Absolutely. You can never go wrong. Now, I will tell you this, put a little chicken under there and some scrambled eggs with that biscuits and gravy. Now you're cooking. All right. So that's National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Um that was I mean, I love biscuits. I mean, if you're sitting there trying to get me to figure out which breakfast like bread I like the best, like toast, biscuit, bagel, English muffin, I think I'm always going to go with a biscuit. I always like the classic butter with jelly on it too. Can't go wrong there. So, all right. Salute your sports. Let's get into that. This is basically where we've watched a week of sports or a few days of sports. We give a few takes right off the top of the head. Nothing crazy. We just write down a few things that stuck out to us. So I'll go first, J-Bye.
All right. Go ahead.
First one was the Stanley Cup commercial. I
I
know
didn't
you're gonna
see it.
give me. You never saw it?
I never saw it.
Oh man, dude, it was. You can't raise the cup without the woman who raised you, or something like that.
Yeah,
And
for
it's a
Mother's
bunch.
Day.
Yes, it's a bunch of videos of players winning the cup, and then their moms are there to celebrate. One of them even drank out of the cup, like it was electric.
Nice.
You're like, hey man, that hits you right in the feels there. I was like, that's a great commercial. Kudos to you, NHL. So that was my first one. I do have another one, so I'll let you go on yours
Okay, yeah, let me
first.
go because I'll do two as well.
Okay.
Because originally I wrote some different ones down, but since Chiefs Focus Live wants to spam our comment section and
Don't be bitter,
smack,
dude.
talk
Don't be
smack,
bitter
I'm
at
gonna
Chiefs
I'm gonna
fans.
I'm gonna come at the king. I'm gonna come at the king.
Go ahead.
My take-o is I can't believe that the NFL is throwing the Chiefs a bone and scheduled the Lions for the opening game this year because they saw what the Bills did last year on opening night and whipped the defending Super Bowls champs live on TV. They didn't want that to happen 2 years in a row. So that's my take.
Oh, so you're saying scared. You're
Yep.
saying you're saying throwing them soft toss.
NFL's throwing them a bone,
Oh man.
giving them the
So
Lions. Who wants to
not
watch the
only
Lions opening
not
night?
not only are you throwing shade at the Chiefs, but you're throwing shade at the Lions too.
Well, the Lions have people suspended, so that's why I'm saying like they're not going to be full team.
Oh, Chiefs Focus Live. Yeah, so you want a primetime game on opening day.
Hey, we did last year. We won. They won us back to back.
Oh man, I love this. You gotta love the Bills and the Chiefs rivalry is just great because the Chiefs keeps winning all the Super Bowls and the Bills keep getting so close.
Bills beat them every year during the regular season. Just
Hey
get
man,
close.
hang the banner, regular season Chiefs champs.
Hey, opening day champs.
How many trophies? I don't know. Anybody win any MVPs there for Chiefs Focus Live wants to know how many trophies in the case.
Um, we have 0.
Best wings,
Hey, best wings.
best wings. All right,
Best light beer.
here's my second one. I sent a tweet out about this. Um, there was a guy at the Lakers game. He was sitting behind Steve Kerr. He had on a curved cap mustache, and an absolute Kentucky waterfall flowing out the back of his hat. He looked just like Randy Johnson. It was unbelievable. I got
You
a
got
picture of it.
to send that picture or set that picture up so everybody can see it because he did. I had to double take when you sent it.
I don't know how to get um hold on, let me see if I have it real quick, how to get it across the screen, but I'll use my phone because that was just too good, folks. Look at this guy.
That is Randy Johnson to a
Is
T.
that not Randy Johnson? I mean, I said he looks great for 59. Like that dude probably uses all the copper fit and like diffuser oils, everything that he can get, dude. That guy's in shape.
Get Brett Favre and Jerry Rice off that commercial. Put Randy Johnson in there.
Bro, I could not believe my eyes. I just had to stop it and just capture that moment. I was living in the moment. I was a fanboy there for a second. That guy was unbelievable. Oh man. All right, go ahead, J-Bye. Let's get that guy back on. Good thing the Lakers won so we get some more of that. Or was that in yeah, that was in LA.
Yeah, it was LA. He's wearing a Los Angeles jersey. So I'm gonna quote. I'm gonna say a quote, and it kind of describes my weekend, DraftKings weekend. So my quote is, "You didn't believe me, but golf did."
Mm.
That's a direct quote from DJ Khaled. Shout out DJ Khaled. I say that because when everybody was losing all their money this weekend, we didn't believe in me, but golf did, and I produced with a lineup with
Mm.
5 out of 6 guys. I produced. I won a show. I won the free showdown today, so I earned $10 for free. And then
Oh,
I
did you
won
cash
my
that one?
$10.
Oh, yes.
I finished 401st out of 6,000. And then I also cashed my multiplier.
Mm.
So you didn't believe in me, but golf did.
Who didn't believe in you?
Hey, you didn't believe in me, but golf did.
Mm.
So those
Dude.
are we did 2 takeovers. We did one for Tex and one for Butch. So we did
Yeah.
2. So hey, let's get down to the water cooler debate.
Let's go, dude. It's gonna be me and you this week. Hey,
What? Tex is normally late. He's not normally this late.
two hottest guys on the two hottest guys on tour right now with these water cooler debates.
You and me?
Yep.
Dude, I walked
So,
away with summer fruit.
dude, I know. Okay, but first, all right, here we go. All right, so everybody listening right now, watching, we do a water cooler debate, which basically we just pick whatever thought, like we have all these everyday little arguments, things that people should be arguing about instead of everything else so serious. That's what this is about. So it's basically we pick a question that's something that comes up in the group chat, and then we just try to give our answer about it. So, and sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's not. And that's, you know what, that's the beauty of doing this. So, but first, the dad joke. Always, always, always appropriate. Okay. How does a garbage company hold money?
I don't know.
Trash register.
Oh,
I almost forgot it. I wrote the joke and forgot to write the answer, so it hit me right as I was reading it.
I thought you were just
Oh
making
man.
these up on the fly.
No, no, I think about them throughout the week. I have a notepad. So everybody see it right here. This is where I write down all my notes, my dad jokes and stuff.
Hey, some people
Okay.
work for a living.
Yeah. There you go, Chiefs Focus Live. Oh yeah. Go back in the archives and check out some of these other zingers that we've had on here. Oh,
You got
okay.
Butch to laugh last week though, or week
Dude,
before.
I've gotten him a couple of times. So we're gonna we're persistent. Okay. We will keep telling these jokes until they stick or until they're so bad. Yet there's like an arc of a joke where it's like, I don't know about that. And then it starts to hit its phrase after you sit and let it marinate for a little bit.
Yeah,
So
you let it marinate for a little bit.
All right. So from episode 31, the polls update. This was the GOAT summer fruit. And I am disgusted with the American people for what they did on this poll. How you almost got yourselves into a how dare you, America. So finishing in first was Javi with 43%. And his answer was the fruit of the summer fruit, the GOAT summer fruit is fruit by the foot. Come on, people.
That was easy. That was the easy. I haven't won by that much in a long time.
Golly, dude. And then Blake, our guest from last show, thanks for coming on. Check out his YouTube channel, Blake Inman. A lot of fishing knowledge, a lot of knots, all kinds of good stuff on there. He had 33% of the vote, and his was salted watermelon, which I thought was going to be tough to beat. But I guess if you smash all the fruit out and roll it into a tape measure, that's clearly going to be the one that wins. So, and then I was in third with limes. I mean, come on.
Nobody just eats limes though.
It's not about eating the lime, right? Key lime pie. Put a lime in your Corona. Squeeze a little lime on your fish tacos. Like, come on.
Yeah, but the way it was worded was, you need to eat it. Like
I guess so.
what do you eat? What's your favorite food to eat?
Favorite fruit to eat? That's not what you put. Isn't even a fruit.
It has fruit in it. Should have said
there
fruit
you go.
punch. That might have been the only thing that Gatorade fruit punch. It might have been the only thing that could have competed with my answer.
Could have put Gushers or fruit snacks or something like that. Made with real fruit juice, baby. All right, yeah, Chiefs Focus Live. Salt on watermelon is good. We never know like what everybody's going to say, so you got to be ready. Somebody says salt on watermelon, you can't agree. You got to come ready with a lineup for sure. Okay, so this week we're going to go with the water cooler segment debate. What is the GOAT necessity when you're grilling? Right? I mean, this could be anything. This could be sides. This could be propane, whatever. This could be food, whatever you want. What's the necessity, J-By?
Oh man, I would probably say your favorite spatula. Because
Spatula.
you're whipping it up with the spatula. I would probably say that.
What if you use tongs?
Well, you still have a spatula because you got something else on there too that you got to flip. So I say spatula because you pull that spatula out, something's about to hit. You're about to start cooking.
Do you flip your hot dogs with a spatula?
I roll them.
Okay. Do you not use tongs ever?
No, I use tongs occasionally, but not that much. No, not on the grill.
Does your spatula have the Bills logo on it?
I have two spatulas and then I have like a thing that you can rake with.
You're on the flat top, dude.
Yeah, the Blackstone.
Chiefs Focus Live says heat. Yeah, that's you might need that if you're grilling. There's nothing worse than when you go out to grill and your propane's empty.
Yeah, it's happened to me mid hibachi.
Worst.
Mid hibachi on the grill.
Dude, medium rare chicken and shrimp.
I asked my wife. I said, "Do you want me to go to the store and get a new propane tank and finish?" She was like, "Absolutely not."
Oh man. So the spatula, okay. All right, for me, my necessity when I'm grilling, because it happened this weekend. That's where I thought about the question. It was it was I was out on the back porch and I'm like, man, it is grilling season, it's boating season, it's all this stuff. And I kept thinking, I'm like, you know what I love when I'm grilling is music. I love having music. Because it doesn't matter what's going on. If I got music going on, like you're out there on the back porch or wherever your grill is, and the music's going, You're out there with the spatula going,
Bobbing your head.
popping. I mean, you could say like, oh, a drink or a beer or something's a necessity when you're grilling or something like that, or like actual meat or a side, or if you like, I gotta have if I'm grilling like steak or burgers or whatever, I gotta have mac and cheese, whatever. We'll let the people answer further than that, but our two answers are spatula and music.
Yes.
So yeah, Chiefs Focus Live happened to me, dude. Nothing is worse than when that thing's humming and you go back out there and you see the thermometer on the grill go. You don't hear the sizzle. That's the
No.
worst, man. That is the worst. Look, hey, let us cook. I'm not trying to slow cook like a Dutch oven, but let us cook.
Yeah. A text would be like, it's the pellets for my trigger. The
Yeah,
pellets. I need the
Tex.
wood pellets.
Yeah, Tex would be like, "Oh, look at these. Look at that. I'm grilling some backstrap. Look at me. I got some fresh meat here. I got some."
No, my thing is a knife, a good sharp knife, and with which to cut your brother. We're talking stuff.
Talking stuff. What is he, Buzz from Home Alone? All right, so we got a knife. He got his in there at the last second. He's getting some technical difficulties. Like I said, we're on vacation, so the show goes on. All right, so that's the goat necessity for grilling. All right, dude. Let's get into what the Millie Goats are all about, and that is some DFS. Nobody say a word. We're gonna get the music hit this time. Shh. Okay, fantasy DFS segment. Our week's DFS performance. 5 words or less headline. This is where we go. If we played lineups on XFL, we did the Byron Nelson in golf, NASCAR, MMA, pat myself on the back, NASCAR champion. I don't know how many that is in a row, but I am on fire. So I'm going to kick it off with 5 words or less. And this dude buried more lineups than I think I've had buried in a long time. And I mainly blame J-Vi because he's always talking about this guy. And the last 2 times I played him, because I believe in J-Vi, because he's the live king and he can cash in free events and all that stuff he was saying a second ago. Golf didn't believe in me. I believe in golf. We believe in each other. All this,
Wrong.
whatever else whatever other nonsense he's spewing. But he keeps telling me to play D Woo. That's his guy. He's been pounding his chest about D Woo. I'm like, let me throw
D
this
Woo and
dude.
Carson Young.
Let me now I did play Carson Young. We'll get to him in a little bit. But D Woo completely submarined like 8 of my lineups, 7 or 8 of my lineups. Maybe I went a little too I went a little too all in on D Woo.
Yeah. I just played 2 and he wrecked mine too. I played him in both. I normally don't play him in both.
Mm. So my 5 words or less is how dare Woo. I hit him with a how dare you, but I changed it from you to Woo.
Hey,
So
I
how
heard it.
dare Woo?
How
He's
dare
he
Woo?
he he's
He's about to find
dangerously
himself on
close.
the not playlist
He's
next
he's
tournament.
dangerously close because that's 2 weeks in a row. There's a 3-week
Uh-oh.
policy here.
Hey, we got somebody.
Forever this time.
Butch is celebrating.
Dude, are you at the parade?
Arlington Championship. Turn the music down. We can't afford that.
Oh, sorry. Heart was a dream, but I never seen you came along. Hang on, I'll go inside.
All right.
Let me mute you right quick. All right, let's go.
All right. Go ahead, J-Vi. What's your
So my 5 words or less is Rodgers about to find out. NFL giving the Bills the Jets Monday night opener. Ryan
Oh,
is about to find out.
yes. Dude, are you kidding me? On a Monday night, what is that? That's September 11th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. In New York.
And New Jersey, yes.
It's MetLife Stadium. It's on the border, is it right?
It's
That's
in New
that.
Jersey.
Are they gonna let him throw the ball?
I don't know.
That's gonna be so. That's the opening week, right?
Yeah. Bills, Jets.
What happened to your background right there?
We're on
We're all-
vacation.
We're all out. And I'm not home either.
Yeah, me neither. But I like that that background you got there, AK.
Yeah, we're at the beach,
Yeah. Where you at?
Atlantic Beach.
Atlantic? I hear you.
Yeah, dude. All right. I think Tex is getting logged in too. So we're gonna go. Ooh, we might have to come back to his Fire Flames list. So we're not gonna do the she list yet. We'll get right into the lineups, J-Vi. So we basically put in a few lineups this week, primarily for golf.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go over my best. And I did a little, I go in, I think I did a 20 max.
There he is. There he is.
Ended up cashing 2 lineups. So,
Oh yeah. Hey, I hear you. Hey, what you drinking there, brother?
Texas tea.
Texas tea.
Hey, you may go first. Actually, yours is higher than mine. You had 563.
so, I had Seamus Power, Bramlett.
Let me interrupt you for a second. I had
Okay.
597.
Okay, go ahead.
Tom
Go.
Hatton had an absolute unit of a day today.
Who
As
the fuck
did-
is Tom Hatton?
Look,
Tyrell Hatton. Adam Scott also unit of a day.
Hey,
-8 on the backside. Si Woo Kim.
we're live right now, Bubby.
Si Woo Kim also unit of a day. 128 points from him. Hatton had 127. Scott 112. Had some absolute burners out there today, boys.
Yeah, you had some burners.
Finished out cashing.
Hey,
Second
you
lineup was
know
also
who made the
573.
burner? You know who made the burner popular, don't you?
Cars,
Well, Taylor
Chrysler,
Made.
GM.
Well, Taylor Made made some burners. Taylor made some burners.
Oh,
I
yeah.
swing them. Yeah, they're clubs.
you're up,
Oh.
AK.
Okay. So I had Seamus Power, Jason Bramlett, Carson
Hey.
Young, Tom Hoagie. Those were my best. So Power was a
AK.
nice play. What's up?
Okay, are you shameless right now?
No. Shame on me though.
Baby,
I
you're
was-
shameless.
Because I
When you start loving me.
because who sings that song? That's
Oh,
Garth.
Garth Brooks.
That's Garth. Seamus
Hey,
Power
pardon
was
on, Garth.
Power was a nice play. 8.9, 13%, 105.5. So nice little play there. Bramlett was also in our studs list, 7.9, 11.4, 101. Carson Young also found himself in a pretty good list there. And then Tom Hoagie was okay. But KH Lee, he was decent. And Taylor Montgomery, I don't know why I keep doing this. We're going to get to this in a minute where we go through these scumbags and stud bags where I keep finding myself playing the same exact players, and I don't know why. I just like gravitate toward them. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I guess it's the fan in me where I'm like, I'm trying to make a stand right now. You know what I mean?
You must be Montgomery Gentry.
Dude, RIP.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't want to go that far with it, but yes. Anyway, yeah. Dude, Taylor Montgomery has been he was out the gate like how we rode Tom Kim last year from the bottom to the top. It was like Taylor Montgomery was hands down going to be the rookie of the year this year. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think he's not quite like Cam Young was last year, where Cam Young and that Florida swing kind of just pursued him. I mean, he just pursued golf so well that he just finished so high. And Taylor Montgomery is a phenomenal golfer. My gosh, isn't he? But I think he's faded back here lately, and I think he left the door open to be suspect of not getting the rookie of the year. I don't know who would come up over him, but at the time, I just keep playing him, and he's just not performing, top tens.
I think
And
that's the big thing is he's not finishing as high.
Yeah, exactly. He's just not finishing as high, and we all want him to. I mean, everybody wants him to, Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tex, you good?
Yeah, he went first. I'm going.
Yeah, already went.
Oh yeah, J-Bot.
I had 535.5 was my best lineup. I took Hatton off the list and I played him. He had 127.
Impromptu.
I let Adam Scott play, and my Jägermeister, he's killing it. He had 105 points.
Bro,
My bad was Woo. And then I played Harry Hall. It was okay. He made the cut, so that made it better. But Carson Young still riding that wave.
Yeah, you've been on him.
I love that. I love that you keep riding him, because that just brings me back to AK and I from last year, just taking Tom Kim and just like, hey, seeing something a little bit different than whatever and thinking he's going to fall off. And you have been on Carson Young and seeing the talent that he has, and I love it, because I'm one of those guys that like fell off of him because I thought it was going to be a one and done, a little one hit wonder. And you have stuck by him through and through, and you're like, dude, you're going to get it done. I can see that you're going to get it done, and you're my guy. And J-Vi, valiant pick there. That's a heck of a pick. Every week in, week out, Carson Young is your guy.
I think here's what makes Carson Young. If they're going to keep pricing him like that,
and
he's worth it.
Golf's such a streaky sport. He's hot right now.
Hey,
I played D-Woo too long.
Right this way. Every supernova's got to burn out eventually, right?
Yeah. Why don't we get into these stud bags and scumbags?
Hey, here we go. So here's what we do, folks. We're talking golf. We're talking DFS. So in our lineups, when you make a DraftKings lineup, every time you make a DraftKings lineup, depending on the sport, but typically you're given $50,000 of DraftKings, not actual money. And then you have to distribute that based on the player and what their price is. The better players are obviously priced high. For instance, Scotty Scheffler is 11.9. You got to fill 5 other golfers in there, so you got to get creative. So we've taken this and we've broken it down into 3 categories of 8,500 and above, and 7,500 to 8,500, and then 7,400 and below. And so what we've done is said, okay, if you're a scumbag, you scored 30 or below. If you're a stud, you scored 99 or 100 or more. So this was quite an interesting list for this tournament because there were a lot of dudes in the 74 and below, some noteworthy. There's about 6 or 7 guys who really put on performances at some seriously low ownership. So let's get into these. So the scumbags from the 80, there weren't a lot of the scumbags that were 8,500 plus. Maverick McNeely was kind of the only one. He was priced at 8.8K, 3.6% ownership. So really didn't hurt you that bad. He scored 31 points, which is kind of, you know what I mean? But
yeah, but he's been battling injuries here and out, and I think everybody saw that, and that showed on the ownership of why they didn't want to take a chance on Maverick McNeely at that aspect. And it's just like, you look at that part of the game and you're like, I want you to win too, and every golfer that we pick and everybody out there in DraftKings world wants everybody that they pick have a chance to win. And I think collectively, without even conversing with anybody, that they saw that Maverick McNeely wasn't going to be that pick for them,
well,
And
especially if he's battling injury. Like if you throw injuries in there, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. That's, somebody's getting dry needling
I
and
don't
he's
think
in before a match. I'm like, nope.
And it's not that, I mean, Maverick McNeely can putt out the wazoo. I mean, he's one of the best putters on tour right now. But at the same
Let's
thing,
let's keep it going. We could talk about him all day, but let's move on to these other guys too.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Studs. These dudes scored 100 and above, 8,500 price and above. Scotty, obviously. Tyrrell Hatton, Jason Day, clearly because he won it. That was a big bounce back win for him.
Yeah, it was.
Adam Scott was
62.
good. Yeah, after last week.
I know I didn't play him hard. I played him in the showdown, but I didn't play him.
And then Byung Hyun On.
You're echoing now because text.
I really like Power. Power for me. I had him in a couple lineups here, and he performed pretty well for me. Pulled me out of a couple bad spots because I had a couple of lineups that didn't have anything but 4 or 5 guys make the cuts, and he was one of my performers in those. So
Nice.
Yeah,
he's been hot recently.
Well, this is the first time that Scott, last week he had a good first 3 days and then finished +3 or something last week, and this time, with the -8 there on the last day, 7 or 8, and he was on fire all weekend, kept on getting better.
Yeah, you reminded me of him by playing him last week. That's what made me think of playing him this week.
He always makes the cut. It's just a matter of what he's going to do on Sunday.
Yeah.
I liked Jaeger too, but I didn't play him. I liked Jaeger too.
Jaeger was a solid guy that can get it done on the putting surfaces. I mean, and he ended up being top 10, tied for 8th or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's next?
Well, we got the 7,500 to 8,500. And that's so the scumbags there, Minwoo Lee, 8.4K, 12%, 27.5. Davis Riley, Scott Stallings, Justin Sull, Michael Kim, Aaron Rye, Ben Griffin. These are a lot of the dudes that we play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the Michael Kim train, and I thought maybe yeah, that was a disaster. That
Yeah.
made a 5 out of 6 lineup that I had, and it cost me cashing because I mean this was a tournament that you really needed all 6 guys because you had, I don't know, 83 guys that made the cut.
Yeah.
So when it didn't push up to -5, that everybody may have been cringing on, and I'm sure they were. A lot of people had some guys at -4, and then there was like 83 guy. Like if it went to -5, it would have been like perfect scenario of the tie for 65 and better.
Yeah.
And when it didn't go to -5 and it kept 83 golfers or what have you under, then a lot of people had a lot of six person lineups. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you had
Well,
just that many people that made the cut, and then now it's
But-
a crapshoot of course that everybody's scoring, and if you don't go low on the weekend with everybody, then it's hard to
well,
move
yeah,
up.
you had a bunch of dudes that were like 8 and 11 under that were like way back there. So even though they scored way below par, it was still, if they're not placing where
Yeah,
they
you
need
think
to.
you think the grounds crew takes, that's disrespectful to them. People are making a mockery, shooting 23 under.
No,
Did
I
the
don't think so.
You think
I
think their
I
boys are
think-
texting them like, dude, your course,
hey man,
No, I just think
first round
this is-
knockout.
yeah.
I think it's just a course that is part of the PGA Tour that people just go into, that they're like, all right, it's a different facet of the game where they just like, okay, we can score here. We, even if we mess up, we can recover. And I think that just alludes to the fact how great these golfers are that
I think it
are
is, but
playing the game.
does it set you up for bad
No,
a
I
bad
don't.
for the PGA Championship, right? Maybe
No,
if
I
it was the
don't.
US
No,
Open
I
next.
know what you're asking, and I don't. I just think at this echelon of golfers, they are so much better than the general public at playing golf that they that's they don't think about this. They don't think about whether or not this is going to hurt or help their chances of winning the PGA Championship. I think what they go into this format is that it's just another tournament that they can compete at and excel
Get
at.
get the stats.
Yeah, and just work on their game. I think honestly, every golfer out there at that echelon just works on their game, and at the end of the day, if the numbers fall where they fall, they just fall where they fall, and they hope,
Yeah. Well, let's
that it bring. I mean, that it brings them home a win. And
Yeah.
honestly,
Let's-
I mean,
Now there were a ton of studs in that lowest.
do the
level.
74, the 70. Speaking of scoring, so the scumbags, we mentioned him first. Woo, Shank. Oh my gosh, dude. Defoe.
The Fuji twice.
This guy's got
Yeah.
my number, man.
He
He's got
defooed me too because I wanted to. I thought I was like, you know what? He's gonna bounce back. He was list worthy last week, and I was like, he's gonna bounce back and just like get his act together, and he's gonna be one of those guys that we list and immediately plays well. I was gonna try and play off of that. The list bounce back. The list rubber match, and I got burnt bad, burnt to a crisp. What?
But Tex, you should have known about DeFu because of the lineups you like to play. You should have seen it coming.
Hey, I told you he defooed me again.
Hey,
but defooed me once, defooed me twice, defooed me again. I messed up the whole George Bush thing. He just defooed me again. It just happened.
Should have seen it coming.
I wasn't wise enough to see that.
Dude was out there playing like Daffy Duck. Absolute joke. Oh my gosh, dude, that guy. I don't know why I keep playing. I look at this list and all these scumbags. I'm like, dude, I played so many of these things. These guys. We had Hoffman, Gerard played him, Higgs played him, Hoffman played him, like Shank played him, Wu played him. I mean, this list is basically like one of my lineups. Some studs though from this 74 and below. Norman with 2 R's. Dude put up 125 at 7.2 and 3.8. Ryan Palmer, 112.5, 6%. Eckroat.
He's Scandinavian. You think he can roll his tongue? Think he can do it, a rolling R like that?
Eckroat.
Wait, who?
Norman. Is he Scandinavian?
Dude,
with 2 R's? I gotta see if he's got a flag on there. Hang on. I'll get back to you on that.
Then you had this dude, Dow. Zhe Shang Dow. That dude, less than 0.5%, 115.
Wow.
Mackenzie Hughes, 3%. I mean, down here, you had a lot of.
I think he's a Corn Ferry guy, Dow.
I mean,
yeah, Swedish. Update alert, Swedish.
Breaking news. Holy moly. Scott Piercy. I mean, there were so many dudes here in this 74 and below, 7,400 and below that were like below 1 that scored well over 100. It was unbelievable. So we didn't play many of those, obviously. All right. So the Millie Mega lineup, the one that I had, the contest that I was in, scored, I think it was over 800. So that was a lot of points. Like most of these, I don't know if you guys. I mean, it's usually around like between 400 and 600 for your average golf course. No, it was 718, the one that won mine, and that was Scotty Scheffler, Jason Day, Will Gordon, that Norman guy, Ryan Palmer, and CT Pan. CT Pan was another one. He's down there that we mentioned him in the studs. He was 6.6, less than 1%, 131.5. So absolute baller lineup. Had a lot, pretty much everybody that was on the stud list on this lineup. So, but we look forward to the next major, the PGA Championship. That's at Oak Hill. I almost said North Carolina. Oak Hill Academy.
That's not even North Carolina.
No.
It's in Virginia. Text.
So, yeah. But anyways, I almost, you know me, not a geography guy. So I think some live dudes are going to be playing in this.
Yeah, it's a major, so they get to play in it.
Yeah. It's weird.
DJ was humming in the live tournament this week.
But so now, all right, so we got PGA Championship coming up. That's going to be awesome. So like I said, live guys in there. So Millie Maker is back on the board. The last few tournaments have been like 200, 250K top prize for the Millie Maker. So we'll get into some of that, I believe on Tuesday night whenever we record. So All right, we get to crown an XFL champion. Arlington Renegades take down the DC Defenders, who were 10-1. Arlington 35, DC 26. The Rock was there. He was balling out, baby. So Arlington Renegades with a losing record. Hey, say what you want. NFL does it sometimes too. They have teams with a playoff record that are losing records. So everybody was all up in arms about that, but this happens in other sports as well. So congrats to the
You'll
Renegades.
get into the playoffs with a losing record unless you win your division.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you've seen it before in the NFL. So I don't think it's that far-fetched. All right. Let's get into the how dare yous of the week. But first, music. Nobody say a word. All right. Here we go. How dare yous, other relevant sports news. This segment's brought to you by Real and Neat Outfitters. I'm wearing it. You should be wearing it. Promo code GOATS gets you spend $60, get free shipping, 10% off order at checkout at RAEO, Real and Neat Outfitters. Our passions are family, salty air, and smiles. Coastal flair and Carolina roots make our designs as original as every time D-Woo misses the cut. Because he does it in a lot of different ways. Oh, man. So that's at www.raeo.live. All right. How dare yous, J-Vi?
I'll start this week. My how dare you is to neighborhood friendships.
Mm.
And I say that because I play on a kickball league with the people in my neighborhood in our little circle. And because of that, we've become friends with them. Now my Friday nights consist of playing kickball and somebody coming over to our house or me going over to somebody else's house and up past midnight drinking beers. And it makes me really tired over the weekend. So how dare you, neighborhood friendships?
Dude, do you need to retire from the game?
I think I need to retire.
From kickball?
Well, not just kickball, just out past 12.
Hey, a great man once told us nothing good happens after midnight.
Nope, never.
Sounds like a really smart guy.
All right, Tex, go ahead.
Mine is technology. I was just in the process of putting my nephew down for bedtime, and I was like, okay, I was laying out the ground rules because kids tend to wake up earlier on vacation than normal. We're on vacation, and I was explaining to them they aren't allowed to be up before 7 o'clock. And he looked at me in all honesty and said, "What is that?" Pointing at the alarm clock on the dresser. And I looked at it and thought about it for a minute. He's probably never seen an alarm clock in his life because we all have phones and Amazon Echoes and all these other devices. And he's like, he had no clue what that thing was that tells the time, that makes noise. I was like, things have changed so much. So technology, how dare you for not teaching kids how to tell time on a regular clock?
I thought you were
thinking that a clock is more than just a clock. That's really what it is. A clock is more than just a clock now. It's a radio. It's a interface device. It's a video machine. I mean, it's all different kinds of things now. It's not just a clock anymore. It's a multifaceted device. So how dare you?
And Tex, like, we benefited at the time where we know what a digital clock is and what an analog clock is. The generation that's coming up has no clue what an analog clock is.
How dare you, this generation coming up? Butch, what's yours?
I'm gonna go with the fact that it's immediate. I had to take a little short break. I'm sorry for the fans in the live stream right here. I took a short a break right there, and AK is a big DC fan, but as you know,
Indeed.
I am the Arlington Renegade fan of the group.
Sticks.
I am the champion.
First championship
Here.
Dallas has seen in 2 decades.
You're welcome. Hey,
Speaking
Dallas
of
is
Arlington,
humming right now.
the Rangers are 4 games up, leading the division, baby.
Hey,
Here we go.
and by the
Playoffs. First
way,
time in 20 years.
The Krakens have pushed a game 7, so the Dallas Stars will be playing again. But we're Hurricanes fans, but Dallas is going to be humming this year.
Well, yeah, we'll get that in the other relevant sports news. I want to go back.
But the fact that your DC who is it? What's their mascot again?
The Defenders.
Text mute your mic.
They didn't. They didn't defend.
You know what it was? They couldn't bring the beer snake.
Snakes don't travel.
San Antonio wouldn't allow it, so don't mess with Texas. Yeah, right, dude. I mean, come on.
Hey, can't poke the bear.
You can't.
What are you talking about? It's Arlington. It's not San Antonio.
No, they play the championship in San Antonio.
Well, you're welcome.
So what's your how dare you, AK?
I want to go back to that. I want to go to the digital clock thing. People complain about their phone bills and everything being so high. The crazy thing is you can do everything on your phone now. Like you can bank on your phone, you can pay your bills on your phone, you can watch TV on your phone.
You could day trade on your phone.
I mean, you could
play
do it all.
DraftKings on your phone.
So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense why they haven't seen anything like that. But at the same time, it's, like, why would you create a digital clock if you have it everything at your fingertips?
Yeah, I think I left out a key piece. I was trying to get the time right because I had to plug it in, and so I was on there mashing the buttons. And he'd never seen anybody set the time on a clock. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Making the time right." And he goes, "Why? Is it not just there?" I was like, "You have no idea, dude."
What?
Yeah, think about that. Like all he's ever known is a plug it like an Echo, like the Echo thing where it automatically displays the clock. Cell phones. I mean, think about it. He's only been alive since 2013.
Well,
holy cow, dude.
I mean, I'm literally doing this podcast from my phone right now just because I wasn't at my computer. So, like, it helped me out in this situation just to collab with you guys that I'd love to do anyway, and
So anyway, sorry to interrupt,
again,
AK. Finish your how dare you.
All right, here we go. We're going back in the time machine here, fellas, because here's another one. I was talking with somebody at work, and I don't know how the conversation got up. He said he likes hot sauce, and I was like, "Oh, you mean the And1 guy?" And he goes, "Who's that?"
crossing you over.
And I looked at him and I was like, "Hot sauce, hot handles, basketball, And1." He goes,
Professor.
"Yeah," and I said, "Escalade." And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. I was like, "You've never seen And1 and you're a basketball fan?" Like he's a big time NBA guy. I don't mean to call him, he's a nice guy. I just like was taken back that I was like, his And1 too, is it that far? Like that we're out of the And1? Like y'all don't you don't know the mixtapes?
It's
Like,
far,
bro,
but it's a staple of basketball. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
if you want to get into basketball, it's a top 3 must watch.
Dude, I mean, you have got to watch And1. I told him, I was like, dude, you got to go watch the 30 for 30 just to wet your beak a little bit, dude. You're a basketball dude. Like, you got to know where some of this style of basketball came that you're watching right now. Like, so the other one.
We used to call this guy that we played it's like JV basketball. Trust me, like not even close to being And1, but a guy that we went to high school with, Aaron Day. I mean, he had the sickest crossover and would cross people up, and we call them hot sauce, just because of the and one videos, like crossover, like just leave yourself in the dirt kind of guy. And it was,
Yeah, dude, snatching ankles. Like,
Stealing souls.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
So I was just completely, and then the other one I had was this honorable mention was First Take had the question. This is another basketball one where they had on their timeline, one of their topics was this was game 5, so a couple games ago. Not that I'm talking a lot of basketball. I don't watch any basketball. But they said, I just happened to see it at work. They said, should the Lakers sit their starters in game 5? And I'm like,
Load management. Load management. Come on. Get with the times. Get with the times.
Set your clock.
I was disgusted. Right? Yeah, get with your times. That just appears out of nowhere. I was just disgusted by that. I was like, how are you going to be in the playoffs and talking about resting starters? Like, that's where this stuff's going, man. So all you load management fans, you're pretty much, nobody's going to play. All right. Other relevant sports news. Hockey is big right now. Tex and I currently watching Edmonton and Vegas. Edmonton's up 2-1.
We can see Tex in your background, by the way.
Good. His computer froze.
I was gonna say, I've been staring at him like he's like
Yeah.
this on the screen for the
I
past
told you we're
30
on
minutes.
vacation. Tex and I are brothers, for all you that don't know.
That's what I thought his
I
technology.
set it up like that. You can see I got it purposely in the screen.
His how dare you, I thought, for technology was going to go to him being frozen.
Yeah. He's frozen
yeah.
in time.
Dude, how dare you freeze me? I don't want to have to leave and come back, so I'm just leaving myself frozen. Here I am in the background.
So technology, he's frozen in time. It's like the Marvel Avengers up in here, the Time Stone or whatever that thing's called.
Hey, you look good on all angles, Tex.
That's right.
You look good on all angles.
So,
hey, you see this? You see this fresh edge up on my beard right here?
Oh, I do.
Nice.
I do.
That was the opposite of how dare you.
I shaved my
That's
beard.
like the opposite right there.
Hey, I can see why your wife hits you.
all right. Okay. Hey, for those of you for those of you watching who know about our bet about me shaving my beard and then guaranteeing a Rangers winning game 7, the hair's still there, but I'm just showing you. This is Sunday night this week. I brought the Clippers. Tex will do the honors. We're
gonna live stream it on Instagram.
Right there. I'm putting it out there so everybody can see.
That he's
Are
not
we
bald.
doing it right now?
No.
No. We'll live stream it on
We'll do
Instagram.
that. All right.
Okay.
All right. NHL.
All right.
Canes, Panthers advance. So Eastern Conference is set. And this begs the question, Southeast, is this hockey U? Is Southeast hockey U like college football does DBU, wide receiver U, QBU? Is the Southeast hockey U? That's got to hurt for Canada and the Midwest and up north. Oh, I mean, I agree. I love it. So we've got
just better.
And then we've got Dallas and Seattle. We're getting a game 7 there.
That series is absolutely bananas. I mean, it is all over the place series. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the Seattle home jerseys.
Fire Flames list?
Oh yeah, Fire Flames list. I think those things are nice, man. The colors are really nice.
I love their home crowd. Like, I love everything about they got a fish toss they do for the player of the game. They go out there and throw like a salmon or something. That's pretty electric. And then the Dallas. Yeah, that's right. Ottinger has been pulled, I think, 3 times. He's given up 4 goals. So that was something that I did not expect.
Hey, another Fire Flames. Their backup goalie, that helmet that he had with the Ninja Turtles, dude, that thing was slick. With the old school Ninja Turtles, that's the thing that makes it right. The old school Ninja Turtles, not the new stuff, but the old school cartoon Ninja Turtles on there. Beauty, absolute beauty.
That's hockey talk right there, beauty. So, and then Edmonton, Vegas playing it out right now. So, Eastern Conference set, Edmonton, Vegas. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we get another Game 7 for this week. Okay. NBA, Lakers and Nuggets, and then Heat and Celtics. Hopefully, we get Randy Johnson back in the stands. And then the Heat, obviously, a surprise. And the Celtics, I guess they were supposed to be there. I have no idea.
Hey,
So-
I will say there's no better ball player now on the hardwood than Jimmy Butler. That dude's balling out.
Who
Playoff
is?
Jimmy?
Playoff Jimmy. Jimmy Butler for the Heat.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and equally, Jason Tatum. I mean, I don't think it's a secret that Jason Tatum is as good as he is because he came out that way coming out of Duke, that he was going to be that great of a NBA player, but he steps up and makes the exact same shots as Butler makes for the Heat, and that's why the Celtics are better than the Heat, because Jason Tatum steps in and he can do the same things as Butler does, but then he has the help because you got Jaylen Brown, you have Marquise, you have so, all the other guys that are around him that just make Boston Celtics the team. And I think the Heat will figure out a way to win, and they did last year. They were there last year.
They got it
against each other, and the Celtics won that. And the Celtics are going to win this series again.
Yeah,
they're going to win this series again.
Hey, put your hair on it,
dude. I would bet the farm on it, and everybody else is going to bet their farm on it, and they're going to win money on it. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you,
funny thing about your farm is it's on your head.
Talking about farms, how about those Rangers? MLB talk. 4 games up. Did I say it before? I'm going to say it again. 4 games up, leading the division. Looking like a real good year for me. Good year for Texas.
Everybody in Texas is playing well except for the Cowboys.
We made the playoffs, though. So, did anybody? The MMA was in Charlotte last night. But does anybody know what happened other than it was in Charlotte last night?
That was a bunch of up and comers, wasn't it? The main event and co-main event were blah. There was a couple good knockouts, but it was just like a bunch of up and comer guys.
Wasn't there like a 1-punch knockout?
Yeah, against a guy who is from Charlotte.
Oh, really? Oh no!
In front of the home crowd.
Hey, I stayed out of the MMA last night just because it just didn't seem like a good prediction.
It's too unpredictable.
Night.
Too unpredictable.
Yeah, it's
too many newcomers.
Yeah.
Hey.
But big move coming
how
up.
about that tight end for Arlington Renegades, that Canelo guy? Yeah. I think somebody's going to give him a shot. I don't know if it's going to be I think somebody will give him a look in the NFL, right?
Maybe.
Yeah,
hey, Dylon, yes. No, it's not the start of a Texas dynasty. Absolutely not. Because every team in Texas can do whatever they want, but the Cowboys are going to get there and fail. Okay. Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree results. Right now, Butch P currently in the lead. This Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree is our personal contest between us 4. And Butch P currently has 27 wins, J-Vi 23, myself 22. Tex hasn't won in what seems like since the last time.
Let me stop you right there. I knew you were going to try and go there, but I won this one this week. I won the inner squad with a score of 597. So how dare you?
Got you some cash.
I did. I got some cash. I won. I actually had two lineups that cashed for me. The same one that won the inner squad, and another one that was very similar with a few different tweaks. But I did win it this week. First time in a long time, though. Been a while. It's been a while since I've done it.
He's back. All right. Thanks for listening, folks. Follow us on YouTube, Rumble, The Millie Goats, Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at The Millie Goats, website, blog, The Millie Goats, themilliegoats.godaddysite.com, apparel at www.raeo.live. Subscribe, rate, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Helps us out. If you had a show, we'd do that for you. You just let us know. All right, folks, until next time, I believe next Thursday, we record Tuesday night, then comes out on Thursday. So be looking for that. As always, be resilient, and we will see you next time.
Peace.